Hey, everybody. It is Tuesday night, Friday night Devo with Rebecca. And tonight's topic is when it's all rosy, ain't it? Um, so, uh, wanted to just kind of dive into how are you doing tonight? What's going on in your lives? Would totally want to hear how is everything going for you right now? Is everything rosy? Are there challenges? Um, if you're anything like me, it is not all rosy all the time, and that is a challenge. How do we deal with things when life is not going well? Hey, Darren, so good to see you, man. Um, yeah, so just throw in your comments there. I'd love to hear how you're doing tonight. This has been a tumultuous week for us. We have, you know, really started to get rid of a lot of our stuff as we are moving next week. And hey, Kelly, good to see you too. Yeah, so the house is looking a little empty. Things are a little, up in the air for us, almost literally, as there's boxes and stuff in the way, and it's just like obstacle over obstacle just to get from one spot in the house to the other, much less anything else in life. So I wanted to kind of do like a little kind of deep dive, or not really too deep dive, but just something that we have been kind of missing with having our worship just constantly on, just jumping in and not having any kind of commentary before having a worship song necessarily. It's just kind of explaining where the writer of the song might have been coming from, and what the kind of meaning behind a worship song might be. And so I thought that maybe on Tuesday night, tonight, and we'll see if it continues or not, but just thought that it might be kind of cool to kind of do something like that. So tonight, I wanted to touch on the song that we sang on Sunday, and I think the Sunday prior as well. And It Is Well. Now, for any of you who have been in church for, many, many years, or went to Sunday school when you're a kid, it is well, what comes to mind might be the old school hymn. And there is a newer version that we have been doing on Sundays. It is the Bethel music version. And it is it's more contemporary in sound as well as in the words, but it does really steep into that whole original hymn. It is well. So I just wanted to kind of go into that a little bit, because the question, how are you doing tonight, really does kind of line up with the song. Um, we hear so many different references about God in songs, being our lighthouse. There's a song we sang quite regularly for a while, and through Alpha, my lighthouse, my lighthouse. We talk about God being our beacon. We talk about Him being our firm foundation, our cornerstone, so to speak, and sometimes figuratively and sometimes literally. And, why? Why do we relate to God in this way, calling Him almost like our North Star, that beacon satellite for, giving us direction in life? And it kind of ties in with our series this week, or actually, this series that started this week, I should say, GPS. And just really honing in on the fact that God is our beacon. He is like that beacon satellite in the sky that gets the GPS calibrated so that we can navigate to get from one point to another. And in the song It Is Well, it reminds us of God's majesty and the magnitude of his majesty, and that, he can be our beacon if we allow him to. So I just wanted to kind of bring some of those words to mind so you'd have some frame of reference of what I'm talking about. And I'm going to see if I can do the magic that Dwayne does. I just got to move my phone a little bit here so I can figure this out, to share my screen, because I did put the words up on my screen so that I can share it. And there we go. So the words of the song go, "It is grander earth has quaked before, moved by the sound of his voice. Seas that are shaken and stirred can be calmed and broken for my regard. And through it all, my eyes are on you. Through it all, it is well. Through it all, my eyes are on you, and it is well with me. Be far, far be it from me to not believe, in even when my eyes can't see, and this mountain that's in front of me will be thrown into the midst of the sea. Through it all, my eyes will be on you. It is well. Let go, my soul, and trust in him. The waves and wind still know his name. So let go, my soul, and trust in him. The waves and wind still know his name. It is well with my soul. And it just goes on. Now, oh dear, I wanted to stop sharing, but I don't know if that worked or not. There we go. Here I am. I'm back. So, singing those words on Sunday really hit home for me. And so I just thought it might be something that would hit home for someone else out there. Are you experiencing waves? Are you feeling that the magnitude of everything is just too much? Because that's perfectly normal. And in these times, we all are facing challenges. But I want to remind myself that it is well because I have trusted in him. And so I want to encourage you, if you have even a little bit of faith, if you have, just a teeny tiny amount, I want to encourage you to try and put your trust in God and let him take it so that it can be well with you, and you can rest in that confidence, that faith that we have. In Psalm 46, chapter 46, verses 7 to 10, we are told by the psalmist that the Lord Almighty is with us. The God of Jacob is our fortress. Come and see what the Lord has done, the desolations he has brought on the earth. He makes wars cease to the ends of the earth. He breaks the bow and shatters the spear. He burns the shields with fire. And this is the clincher. He says, "Be still and know that I am God. I will be exalted among the nations. I will be exalted in the earth." His magnitude, the strength of and majesty of our God, our awesome God, can withstand anything that we are going through right now. He gives us the strength, He gives us the peace and the confidence in that knowledge. Hey, Nellie, good to see you. And with these words, if we don't remind ourselves, then we allow ourselves to talk ourselves into those spiraling situations that take us down roads that we really don't want to be going down. Denise, hi there. I'm sorry you're not feeling yourself, and I know that things are not easy these days. And we can say that it is well with my soul when it is not well around us. And that can be such a challenge. But it's one of those things that if we are able to do it, able to really and honestly give our peace, give our peace of mind to God through that faith, knowing how strong He is, knowing His words and holding Him true to His words of being still and knowing that He is God. He will take care of us. He will watch over us. So if we can acknowledge that He makes wars cease, and that He is a mighty fortress. He is our fortress in these times. He is our refuge, and He will bring us through all of those situations, those battles physically in Psalms. The psalmist is not only writing about literal battles, he's talking about spiritual battles, he's talking about emotional battles, he's talking about mental battles that we all face. So even though we are not all living in a world or in the part of the world even that is, going through war, there are different battles that each of us is facing. And how awesome is it that we have a God that tells us that He is our fortress? He is with us. And how much more so should we remember to give it over to Him and tell ourselves, it is well with my soul. So I just wanted to leave that with you tonight. I don't know what you're going through, Denise, Nellie, but God is there with you. He loves you, and He's going to take you through this, whatever this storm is. So even though it's not all rosy, it can be well. It can be well in your soul. It can be well in your mind and in your heart. So I just wanted to leave that with you. And if it's not well with your soul today, what is it that's stopping it from being well with you? What is that obstacle? And I just want to encourage you to pray that whatever, if there is an obstacle in the way for you to be able to fully rest in Him, that God will bring that to light, and that you can deal with and overcome that obstacle so that you can draw closer to Him, rest in Him, and be able to really and honestly say, it is well with my soul. So, friends, I pray that you have a good night. I pray that this encourages you and challenges you. And if there are any obstacles in your way that are hindering you from being able to rest in Him, that you can deal with those challenges and overcome them so that you can fully rest in Him and enjoy the freedom that He has given us. Because when we are following Him and we know that we are walking the right path in our lives, it is so freeing knowing that we don't have to worry about it because He's got it. And so, with that, I bid you all a good night. I pray that you have a good rest and a wonderful day tomorrow. And be well, everybody. Take care. We'll see you next time. Bye now.